Hello, I'm Sketchy Duval, and today I'm here with this tank top that I'm going to paint on for my boyfriend. So it's summer in Japan, it's extremely hot every single day, hot and humid, it's disgusting. Anyway, we have a break coming up soon, like a vacation, and my boyfriend was like, I need a new sketchy shirt so that I can wear when we go out on our vacation. He requested a white tank top with my Sketchy Duval eyes on it. So I have drawn the sketchy eyes onto the shirt already. They're a little lower than I usually do. Like if I'm painting on a regular shirt, the eyes are usually like up here, but I wanted to be able to fit as much of them as possible. So I have to be careful with like the cut of the sleeves. I wanted to be able to fit as much of the eyes as possible. Cause see, if I did them up here, I don't know, a lot of it gets cut off and I just don't really like that, you know? So I did them lower, and I think it'll be okay, especially once I paint it, it should be fine. Anyway, now that I have the design traced onto the shirt, it's time to start painting. Okay, I've got all my stuff set up. I just have to mix my paint and everything. Of course, I go in first with the fabric medium into my Cinnamoroll cup that I use for all of my sketchy shirts. Whenever I have to use black, this is the cup I use, because if I'm ever painting with black, it's usually something I need a lot of paint for, like these shirts. So I just mix it in the cup. I just mix the black paint with the fabric medium, and then we are good to go. So my boyfriend wants this shirt for when we go out during our vacation, like our break or whatever. We have no like strict plan of anything, and we have no major plans of like traveling anywhere, but we're probably going to go to Shinjuku Nichome at some point, which is like the gay area, like the gay club area. We've been there a few times before, and I'm not much of a club person. I'm not a club person, like at all, but I don't know, for some reason I've been feeling like I want to go there again, especially since watching The Boyfriend recently. I've been feeling kind of like I want to be in a space around gay people where I can maybe make some gay friends. It's hard because I think a lot of places that you make friends as an adult are places that are centered around drinking, and I don't drink, so it kind of doesn't fit within my personality. So trying to make friends who do that kind of stuff might necessarily not be the best choice for me, but it's like I don't know where else to meet people, where else to meet like gay people. My personality is definitely not a club goer. Out in public, like around other people, I'm like, okay, like, I don't know, I just don't feel the same desire. Also, the music they usually play at the clubs is like, what is this, you know? Like, I want to hear Charlie and stuff like that. Either way, I am looking forward to going, and I think I will have more fun this time than I have before when we've gone, because I feel like I have grown a lot as a person since the last time we went, which is like a weird connection. It's weird to be talking about like, well, I've grown, so now I can go to the club. But really for me, that's like how I am, because I'm just such a walled off, kind of reserved, very reserved person. And any space where I was like, where I had decided that it was not for me, I just didn't want to engage with. But now I kind of feel like maybe I can engage, you know, even if it's not 100% my vibe, it's like, okay, maybe there's something there. So I am looking forward to going. Plus I'm hoping that since Brat is very popular, they will be finally playing Charlie, other than I Love It. So anyway, this is the shirt my boyfriend will wear when we go out. I also want to make myself a new shirt. So I have to think of a new design for myself or something, but I don't know what shirt I want to use. Because that's the thing, some of my clothes I want to keep unpainted because I like them as they are, but then some clothes it's like I kind of buy them because they're almost there and I see the vision and I know that when I paint on them it'll just bring it to life. And then some clothes, initially I love them, but then they kind of fall out of my taste. But then I think, wait, I can customize this in some way, and then I love it again. I know that I have a pair of pants that I have been wanting to paint on, so maybe I can do that. But I think I want a new shirt. I don't know. I've never actually painted a tank top before. This is my first time making a sketchy tank top. So that's fun. One difficult part is I could only find ribbed tank tops. I couldn't find just like a smooth material. It's just difficult painting on ribbed material because the paint doesn't always get into all of the grooves of the texture. But actually on this shirt, like for the vibe of this and also for my boyfriend, I think that kind of works because then it'll give it kind of like a bit of a grungy, like graffiti-ish kind of vibe. And my boyfriend doesn't really dress very like grungy. Like his style is a bit more clean and like not preppy, but there's like more elements of that, I think. So I think it's nice to have like the clean elements mixed with like a bit of a grungy element, because then the grungy part doesn't look too dirty, you know? Because if it's all grunge, then it's like, did you just come out of the sewer? But if it's all clean, then it's like, did you just come out of AP math class, you know? My school didn't have AP classes, so I actually don't really have a reference point for that. My school was so small that we didn't have AP classes. What happened was you were just bumped up into the next grade level class. For example, for me, when I was in 7th grade, the 7th grade math teacher suggested that I be moved up into 8th grade math. And then when I was in 8th grade, I was bumped up into high school freshman English class. So I was just always taking the next grade ahead math class and English class after that point. And then I also took some college courses while I was in high school. My school offered a program where they partnered with like a nearby local community college and offered some gen ed level college courses. So I took Intro to Psychology, Intro to Philosophy, English literature, and interpersonal communication. There was also like a history class. I think there was an art history class as well. Yeah, I don't remember how many classes I took in total, but I think it was probably around 6, maybe. But it was enough that when I entered my first year of actually going to university, I was technically a sophomore. Like after my first semester, I was technically already a sophomore because I had enough credits. And I was able to skip some of my gen ed classes, which was nice. It actually did end up saving me in the long run. I was able to graduate college a year earlier than what I would have been able to do if I had not taken classes during high school, which is crazy because I was still in university for 4 years. So if I hadn't taken classes during high school, I would have been in university for 5 years. Like what? Wow, this shirt is really easy to paint on for some reason. I think probably because it's ribbed, it's kind of impossible to make it exactly perfect, like a perfect, clean, solid line. So I'm not getting so hung up on that like I usually do. So that eye is already done. Now I just have to do this one. I can see the vision. Like I can see my boyfriend wearing this already. If it was up to me, I would put the lips on it. But he wanted to see how it looked without the lips first and then decide if he wanted them. You know, he's making me try something new, which he often does. Because I can be a very regimented person, and sometimes I don't realize it, and sometimes I do. And sometimes even if I do realize it, I can't figure out how to get out of it because I'm like overthinking it, but he kind of helps me to see like an obvious answer or a solution or something. Wow, this is actually going much quicker than any other shirt I have ever painted. It usually takes me like 45 minutes to paint one eye, and it's only been 20 minutes of painting and I'm already lining the second eye. This morning I watched Horror in the High Desert. It's like one of those fake documentary horror movies, and it has a found footage aspect to it. Honestly, found footage horror is just my favorite, so like I can watch anything if it's found footage pretty much. And I love this one. It was set up like it felt like a real case, unsolved mystery, like indie film. Most of the movie is just you hearing the story. It's told by the missing person's roommate and his sister. But then in the end, you see the found footage tape. And it's actually pretty scary. Throughout the movie, there's not much horror, but for me that really works to help build the story and build it as like a real story rather than just another found footage movie where someone goes missing and they find a tape. The way this one is built up gives a nice kind of refresh to what you expect, because it still delivers like what you expect, but it doesn't drag that out for the whole movie, you know, because a lot of found footage horror, the whole movie is just the found footage, and most of the time you're like, what am I watching? You're waiting for something to happen, or you don't see much or whatever. I love Blair Witch Project though. I think it works in Blair Witch Project, but many movies try to follow that formula and I don't think they do it effectively. So Horror in the High Desert seems like they were like, let's not do that. Like, let's not follow the found footage camera for the whole time. Let's save that for the climax and build up to it with the story of what happened. And I think that was really effective, for me at least. So, yeah, as I'm painting this, you have to remember sometimes to like lift the shirt off of the cardboard from underneath, because the paint does like seep through and stick to the cardboard, and if you let it dry, then when you peel it off you'll have like cardboard pieces stuck to your shirt. That happened to me one time. I was able to get the cardboard off, but it was annoying that I had to even deal with such a ridiculous situation. So now both the eyes are painted. Okay, I mean, there she is. And that looks so cool. Okay, actually, honestly, I kind of like it without the lips. No, yeah, there she is. Miss Sketchy on a tank top for the first time ever. So I let the shirt dry for a few hours and I checked in with my boyfriend and he said he likes it as it is. He doesn't want the mouth added, so I'll just leave it with the eyes. So here it is. The first ever Sketchy Duval tank top. I think it's really cute. At first I was worried because these lash wings don't fit on the shirt, so I thought it might look weird, but actually I think it looks cute. I like it. So that was my painting excursion today. Not excursion, but whatever. So yeah, I'm excited for my boyfriend to wear this when we go out. It'll be cuter on him, probably. I don't really like to wear tank tops like out because I'm very modest. I had fun painting this and I really like how it turned out. So thank you so much for watching and listening. Hope you enjoyed, and until next time, goodbye.